everybody, Megazard here, back at it again to give you another very exciting video. And for today, you might be wondering, why in the world do I have my camera set on this Breath of the Wild picture right here? Well, that is, I'm doing a very different video for this Friday one, and I'm actually decided to showcase off my whole entire gaming collection. Not like all of my games, so to say, but all of my Amiibo, other stuff with my limited editions, anything else I've sort of been kind of collecting for my Nintendo stuff over the years. And as you can kind of see now, as I back it up, I have quite a bit of stuff to show from that first layer to the second layer down to the third layer down here though. So I'm just going to take my time out today just to kind of go through all of my stuff, be able to showcase this all, because you know, you've been seeing other kind of YouTubers and stuff kind of show off their kind of gaming collection and what they have all the offer up on their shows though. But I was like, you know what, I might as well take the time out to go ahead and do the same likewise though. So in this video, I'm just gonna be, you know, very chill video, just going over all the stuff I've been kind of collecting. Believe it or not, I've just been collecting this stuff for only like a few years or so. So yeah, I'm just gonna go through all of these different shows and just showcase off everything I got up in here though. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight up into this video. Alright, so starting off at the very beginning, I gotta start it off where all of my collection has been coming from. And honestly, you know what? To be honest, I didn't collect anything Amiibo wise, anything limited editions, nothing really of the sort, until it all started one day with the Midna and Wolf Amiibo right here. Now this one right here is honestly, you know, this is kind of like my bread and butter right here, because honestly, you know, with this Amiibo, it was the very first one that I managed to get. And, you know, it was back with Twilight Princess back on the Wii U with the HD version of it. So I was like, you know what? And I was like, once they started talking about the functionality of this Amiibo and how it actually carries over into Breath of the Wild with the Wolf Link being able to assist you, I was like, you know what? I had to have this Amiibo. And I wanted, because I was really fascinated with Breath of the Wild, and I was like, you know what, I might as well try out Twilight Princess while I'm at it though. So it honestly all started off with this one Amiibo. And honestly, I really do like the design on this. You know, you got the rocks up on here though. It's like one of my favorite ones, and it's the one I always kind of remember because it was my very first one though. And it was basically from that point onward that I went and got the Link Sword, or not the Link Sword, the Link Archer Amiibo, the Guardian one, and Zelda. I basically got all three of those on Breath of the Wild's launch day, and I got that all within the limited edition one. I wanted to honestly try to get the master edition of that limited edition, but you know, and that was the one that came with the sword and everything though, but that sucker sold out. So I remember this was the version of the game I got on launch day with the actual Switch itself. That's the actual box for it. And I remember walking into my Target. Yeah, I normally get my stuff from Best Buy, but I actually got that from Target. And with Target, I actually walked in there, and this sucker was available for you to just be able to pick up and walk out with it. So I was like, that's probably the luckiest I have ever been with limited edition stuff. And since then, you have to pre-order your stuff, otherwise it's just gonna flat out go out of stock. So yeah, that's the most pride I've been able to take in. And if you can look up there, I have the Mario Odyssey hat. I think that came out roughly around the time when Mario Odyssey dropped. And I remember that was like a GameStop only thing. So I was like, you know what? I was like, I might as well go ahead and get Cappy up there. I was like, why not? So I just kind of sat him on top of the box like that though. And then talking about Mario Odyssey, I got the 3 original Mario Odyssey Amiibo right there. Originally, I only was planning on going for Mario. And then I was like, well, Peach almost sold out at Best Buy. And I was like, well, shoot, let me get that. And I'm like, well, you know what? I might as well go ahead and get the Bowser Amiibo too. Go ahead and complete the set. And honestly, while I was also in there for that GameStop, I picked up that Bowser Amiibo. I was like, wait a minute. Down here, if you can see down a few levels lower, I actually picked up the Mario Odyssey poster as well that came with it. Technically, you had to pre-order that game in order to get that poster, but I was talking to the clerk and I was like, hey man, come on now. I was like, I'm picking up this Amiibo. Can you know, toss me a bone? Can I get this poster as well? And he managed to hook me up on that. So I was like, I was pretty thankful to get that though. So honestly, yeah, so that's the story with those three. Goodness, man. I hated trying to get these Amiibo right here though, because with Corrin, these ones were really cool, But I remember male corn you can get everywhere. Female corn, shoot, you had to get that sucker from Amazon. And that thing sold out really fast. I mean, really fast. And I remember I was in college at the time, and whenever I got that amiibo, I was like, I was lucky to get my hands on it because I literally had to have that phone in my lap in college. And I remember I was in summer class, I think, at the time, and remember looking at it. I was trying to pre-order this thing while I was in the middle of class when this sucker dropped. I was like, that's the crazy thing about it. And then just looking at my other stuff, I have the Ganondorf amiibo, I have the Link sword, Skyward Sword one, and the Majora's Mask. My only fault with that is I wish I would have had Ocarina of Time. I felt good not getting Twilight Princess because I had the Wolf Link, but I wish I had the Ocarina of Time amiibo as well, though. So that's my only thing on that. I also had the Mario, the OG amiibo, being the original Mario one from Smash Brothers. And this, on this little base that he's on right here, it's actually the same base that you actually use for your 3DS games, and I'm trying to flip it all the way around right there. So because I had the OG original 3DS, I had to actually use this in order to use my Smash Bros. Amiibo within the actual game itself, because the new 3DS you're able to drop it on your touchscreen, but with the OG 3DS it didn't have that NFC reader on it, so you had to use that device. I actually got it from Toys R Us out of all places, so I was kind of lucky to be able to even get that, though, to be honest, though. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. I got Charizard, Greninja. This is where I like to keep all of my Fire Emblem stuff. Fire Emblem is definitely within like my top 5 or 6. Top 6 if you include Smash. Top 5 if you don't include Smash, since it's a crossover. But yeah, definitely within my top handful of favorite or not even RPGs, top favorite Nintendo IPs right there. So I like to keep all my Fire Emblem amiibo kind of in one section, except for a few that I was basically running out of space, so I could not fit anymore right there, though. But right there I have my limited edition box for Fire Emblem Three Houses. But if you look on the right side, I also have Echoes right behind it, though, so I'm not going to move too much stuff because it's hard to kind of hold the camera up with one and then be able to kind of touch and interact with other stuff with the other one, though. But really do enjoy all of these Fire Emblem amiibo. The only one I'm missing out of this collection is Ike, which, if anybody's watching this video and they got a spare Ike, I mean, can you hook a brother up, please, or at least with a link? And hopefully it's not an Ike that's costing over like $50. I'm trying to avoid that, though. But that's basically it in terms of my Fire Emblem collection. And since I already had it over there on the side, you can go ahead and see that, yeah, I also have the GameCube controller over there. And you can also see way up there the Starlink box that I had, which I actually received for free within a certain giveaway of mine, though. But that's basically it in terms of almost everything that's on that top shelf, though. But let me go ahead and show you from the left side. And on the left side, you can see, well, this is the Skyward Sword box right here. This one is actually from one of my headsets right there. It costs like $70. I think now you're able to get it for $60, though. But honestly, that's a pretty cool headset right there, though. And then I have my NES Classic box right there. And then my SNES Classic box down here. And I honestly need more space to be able to kind of visually showcase off that stuff, because I'm running out of space on these few shelves up here, though. But that's pretty much it in terms of the stuff that's on there on the top. And now let's move it down to the second shelf down here, where I have a whole lot more stuff down here. And so starting off on the second shelf, I have over here, I have the Daruk amiibo as well as Rivali right here. And honestly, I'm shooting this video probably about a couple of days before this video would actually drop, right before the Friday of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity drops. And I was planning on getting Urbosa and Midna, probably putting them right here next to my right next to my Donkey Kong amiibo along with my Cloud amiibo. So you know what, I was like, you know what, since they were able to go back and restock those, I was like, I might as well go ahead and get those and pick them up. So that's what I was planning on doing right there. If you look behind there, I had that book from Super Mario Maker, the original one for the Wii U. I just kind of stuck that over there in the corner. I had that NES 30th anniversary, I think. Is it 30th or? Yeah, 30th. There we go. Yeah, the 30th anniversary one. I got that from my siblings for my birthday. They had to import that sucker in from Japan because it was sold out here. I was not expecting that as a birthday gift, but you know, something I kind of always treasure from then, though. Then I have Ice Climbers right there. I got Pit. I got my big chunky boy right over there, King K. Rool. Honestly, one of my favorite amiibos right there, though, too. Kind of goes up in that top pristine category. Back in the front, I got, none other than the Octolings right there. And also I have over here the original Inkling Girl right there. Now, honestly, I do feel partially disappointed because I do want it to have the squid version of what is the Octolink right here. Because originally I had it pre-order, I canceled it for some reason. I can't remember if I didn't have the funds or something like that at the time, or I needed to get something else. And now I'm kind of regretting that choice because now, you know, that sucker sold out everywhere. So if there happens to be a restock in the future, I do really wish that they would, you know, restock the original Splatoon 2 way. Then back here behind me, I have none other than Falco. I have Sonic, Ness, and my boy Waluigi. Moving back to the front, got my Metroid corner over here. Got none other than Samus from Samus Returns, the Squishy Amiibo, Dark Samus from Smash, as well as Ridley. Man, you know I have to squeeze this sucker. Like, you gotta hear it. Like, because this thing is so squishy, that's why I like this Amiibo quite a lot. Like this is honestly like one of my favorite things right here though about that Amiibo is that squish factor though. And then you got the big boy over here, Detective Pikachu, which is honestly the biggest figurine I can technically say that's actually made out of plastic that I actually had, because this boy was supersized. Like he is huge. And I don't even know if I can properly catch it on scale though, but you can see the base of it. Like, see how big that is compared to like how much smaller Dark Samus's you know original base for his plate is. And I'm like, gosh dang. So yeah, that's basically it in terms of all the Amiibo on this shelf though. But if you look behind it, that's where I keep some of my limited edition stuff. Like, for example, right there I had the Fire Emblem Echoes book, which, you know, has some really cool stuff up in there. And then I also have some of the pins that came with it. I have kind of, you know, on the side like that. I have to kind of cut it out in such a way where I'm be able to kind of store and hold it. I have the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild CD original soundtrack behind there though. And then I also had this very cool lanyard from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which honestly I take a really really good pride in, because of the fact that, you know what, I was at college and I never thought that my university would have anything have any special events from Nintendo themselves though, but they decided to bring out that Smash Tour trailer, and they brought it to my university on one day that we were having a football game, and I was able to actually play Smash Bros. Ultimate before the game actually dropped. And I was like, gosh, it was really kind of a cool, fun event right there. And that's like the commemorative piece of you know swagger, I could say, that I was able to walk away with. So that's pretty cool right there. Keeping hold of that Pokeball Plus box, which I had the Pokeball Plus upstairs in my room up there though. And then behind that I have 3 different not Amiibo, but I have 3 different coins. It's kind of hard to see right there, so I'm going to try to bring them out a little closer if I can. This one right here is the Breath of the Wild coin one I had that came with its limited edition. So pretty cool stuff right there. Get to see the Legend of Zelda Amiibo, or not Amiibo, but the Legend of Zelda symbol right there. The second one I have is the Mario Odyssey one, which is pretty cool right there. And I think I picked that up from Best Buy because I think that one came with like pre-order bonus for that. There's the Smash one right here. So you can see the back of it right there. See the front of it right here though. So yeah, those are the 3 main coins that I had with me right now. There is a Fire Emblem one, and I'm so disappointed that that one only came over there to Europe. And then they also had a Pokemon one as well, which for that one you had to order like the double-in-one pre-order bonus for like Sword and Shield at the same time. So I am disappointed. I was like, well shoot, you had to go through all them hoops and bounds to get that, and then also having to somehow get your hands on one from Europe. But literally they made coins for every single one of these top brands that I like. So that would have been 3 here plus the 2 I mentioned. The only one they were missing was Splatoon, and if they had a Splatoon coin, I literally would have all of my top favorite franchises represented in coin format right there. So I'm just going to leave those suckers right there for now though. But that's pretty much it in terms of everything that was on my top shelf, except for obviously the big known, the map from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild right there. I really take pride in that though. But that's basically it in terms of all the stuff that was there on my second shelf right there. Alright, and then moving on down to the third shelf right down here, I have none other than the very last row of my stuff. Now, the thing I have here in the very back is my Super Smash Bros. Ultimate book, which basically shows the base roster of all the characters that were involved within the first game, or not the first game, but, you know, basically showcase off all the characters that were in the base roster. So within that, you know, and you get to see some really cool banner art, which it goes around. It doesn't, you know, just kind of, it doesn't end like right here where the spine is, but that's basically the far right. And we're going all the way around, looping to the back side of this. And I don't want to take it out because, yeah, it's very hard to kind of do stuff with one hand though. But it goes all the way back around to the left side though. So pretty cool stuff right there. This is from My Nintendo right here with those stickers right there. And I won't pull all of that stuff out though, but if you've seen the My Nintendo stuff, you basically know exactly what that looks like. Then this is the R-Wing. This came from the Starlink Battle for Atlas game right there. That's honestly, the main thing I wanted was just to kind of get this thing, even though it's like a toy or something like that. I just like it for display purposes for the Star Fox franchise and whatnot though. And then right here in front of me, I got Roy, got Robin, Pokemon Trainer, Incineroar, Hero, as well as Joker. So that's basically it in terms of all of my Amiibo that I basically have right here. Yes, y'all might have remembered this cup. This is that same cup that I used that I got from Cold Stone thanks to that Mario 35th anniversary collection. I told y'all I was going to keep that cup. I told y'all, but yeah, here it is right there though. So I'll just leave that there. Also, for some oddball reason, I have a Grotto and an Electivire thing. I think that was like some kind of toys I think I had as a child or something like that. I was like, my brother just found them or something like that. I just threw them here on the shelf because they were Nintendo based or whatever though. So I decided, I was like, why not? And then over here, I have the part of what is the Fire Emblem Three Houses collection from the limited edition. And this is basically like a calendar that showcases off all the different stuff. This is for the month of November. And then, you know, you obviously have like different stuff from like different months. You have the different characters and showcasing off the different days. This is basically a calendar that was for 2020, even though the game came out in 2019. And then I also have like the steelbook for the thing, its own art book, as well as its own limited edition OST soundtrack right there though. And then lastly, I'm almost done, but it's just some other cool stuff that I got from My Nintendo. As you can kind of see, you got the artwork. These are basically postcards from Splatoon 2, and they're basically, you know, some really cool pieces of art. Never gonna plan on shipping these out to nowhere, but you know what, that's basically the only kind of Splatoon 2 physical stuff I have besides the Amiibo. So, you know, I kind of take pride, so I just kind of laid them down on the ground right there, and then also show them up right there. And then, oh boy, these pins, because I have to say, with these pins, honestly, it was a pain in the butt. I remember sitting down on the computer with a couple of my friends to try to get these in. You know, you had to get all them challenges done and be ready for them whenever they drop. And by gosh, by golly, I think we were on that website for like a solid, somewhere between an hour and an hour and a half, just trying to get our orders in so we can get these pins. And these pins were hot. And goodness, I'm just glad I got my hands on them. So, you know what, you have, you know, original Mario Brothers over there at the far left, then you have Mario Brothers 2, Mario 3, World, and then 64. I had to reorder these because I think these two right here were shifted over to these two spots respectively. And then I think, or was it these two down, or something? I don't know. Or no, that was in the right spot and that was in the right spot. But these two were moved over here, and then it was moved somehow all the way over here. I was like, no, I had to release these in the chronological order. So, you know, Mario Bros. 1, 2 being, you know, Doki Doki. Then 3, you had Super Mario Bros. 3 World, and then 64 though. So I was like, okay. I was like, all right. So that had to be the way I had to basically line them up as. So, you know what? I was pretty impressed by all of that, though. And then lastly, but not least, the most recent thing I added to my collection was none other than the Game & Watch system itself. I'm going to go ahead and cut it on for the sake of the video so that way y'all be able to see it, though. Alright, the secret's out. This is how late I'm recording this video right here. This is how late it's recording. In the morning. That late in the morning, yes. I was like, that explains for all the lighting and stuff I had to get behind me to make sure to be able to see everything though. But that was the Game & Watch, the most recent thing I added into my collection. Did drop a video for it recently of me doing an unboxing for it. And there's the box, and that's where I decided to kind of leave all of the Game & Watch related stuff at. So every now and then I normally kind of pick the game up, you know, just go through, play through it, yada 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 and whatnot though. So yeah, that's basically it in terms of my whole entire collection. For anything I have basically Nintendo related that I've been collecting. And you know how I said at the beginning of the video, I've only been collecting this stuff for a few years. I started all of this back in 2017, all with the original Amiibo right here. And since then, it grown into this big old collection like this. So this is basically 2017, 18, 19, and 20. So even though I say it feels like 3 years, based on 17, 18, 19, 20, it's basically 4 years though. So that's basically all I have to show to y'all today. And this collection is probably gonna grow bigger. I'm probably gonna need more shelf space, as I'm gonna get the 2 new Amiibo here on Friday for Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors, as well as more Smash Brothers Amiibo I'm probably going to place up here over time though. So yeah, I'm probably going to need a whole new shelf here in the distant future though. But yeah, this is basically my whole entire collection so far. This is minus, all of my NES or 64 games or Wii games, Wii U, and yeah, it doesn't include none of them though, but it's just all of that. Oh, real quick, you can be able to see my NES Classic right there. I do have that right next to me though, but outside of that, the SNES Classic is upstairs though. So that's basically all I have to show to y'all within this video today for my collection. So if you really like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and that bell to stay up to date on all things video game topics I feel like discussing for y'all. So remember y'all, until whatever video I make next, see y'all.